Thought I'd redo my video of Fargate. I came from the bottom end and the light was really poor on the bottom end, so I'm going to do it from the top end and hopefully light quality will be a lot better. So on the corner was the Yorkshire Bank, Penny Bank, but originally it was the Albany Hotel, and it was a lot grander on the top as well. There was like a castle turrets on the top of that, which has all been taken off. Here you can see where they were selling drinks and various other food. Didn't last very long. I don't know how much it's actually cost, but it had quite a high cost per month. I think there was a diesel generator running here. I think that was costing about 10 grand a month. Now they could have actually used empty shops rather than actually creating this area out of old container crates. I'm told that it was going to cost £60,000 to get this lot removed, and now that cost's gone up to £90,000. Sheffield City Council really haven't got a clue. There you've got Orchard Square, modern development in about the early 90s or something like that, but it's been kept in with the rest of Fargate. Here you've got, let's have a think about it, Leopold Street, down here Pinston Street, Barker's Pool up there. Well, this area was all shut down during the first lockdown. The reason I'm doing the video is to show you the area before the Greater Green. And my understanding is this will become an events area around here, so they're appealing more to younger people. But it used to be a fantastic shopping area. See some of the beautiful buildings we once had on here. It was pedestrianised in about 1974. I think it was the first street in Sheffield city centre to be pedestrianised. Before that there was trams and cars running up and down here. They had lights at Christmas, and it was probably second to Blackpool for illuminations in Sheffield. At that time the council had vision. Now just here was Next. Now Next was originally, when I first started using it in the 80s, was in Chapel Walk. Then they built a new modern shop here. Well, they decided to knock this modern shop down and rebuild it just looking exactly how it was before. But it's been stopped now for about 12 months I think, and I don't know if it's because they found graves in here from St Marie's up there or what, or if they found tombs or something, I don't know, but it's basically ground to a halt, this area. But you can see that's a modern building built in 1997, but they've tried to bring it in, keep it in with the rest of the buildings, but that previous building was only there for 20 years as well. But you can see the original buildings down Fargate. It's a top shopping area, and I'm a bit disappointed they want to change it into a more events area. But this Greater Green started before we left the EU, and I think it was an EU driven project. It all sounds really good, Greater Green, doesn't it? But what they're trying to do is they're trying to change the city centre into a 15-minute smart city where all your services are in 15 minutes, and then urbanise the city centre. Well, I don't agree with that, because I believe the city centre belongs to us all, not just the elite people who want to live in the city centre. It's not Bilbao or Milan, like these people want to sit outside their little cafes all day and cycle around on push bikes. This city centre belongs to the people of Sheffield. There's 600,000 of us in the immediate city, and then you could say there's another 600,000 in the suburbs. So we've got Marks and Spencer's here. Now I don't know if this area of Fargate got bombed in the war, just this little bit, or whether they just decided to modernise it with these modern buildings. With the original Marks and Spencer's was a lot more exclusive now. It's soulless to what it used to be. Used to have lovely glass cabinets to keep the clothes in, and pillars in the actual store to make it look nice. Well, it's very minimal now, and I don't like that type of shopping. But this looks like a modern type of building here. But can anybody tell me whether Fargate was bombed in the war, or whether it was just minimal damage on Fargate? I think most of the damage on Fargate's been caused by Sheffield City Council. But I'm going to have to mention Oxford on the 28th of February. It's going to become zoned. I think it's 6 zones, and you can't leave your zone for more than 100 times a year in your car. So how people are going to go on there. If you do leave it, you'll get a fine. Now, they couldn't do that in one go in Sheffield, so I believe what they're doing is, to start with, they're charging on the inner ring road and inside it, which is just commercial vehicles. Then it'll become private vehicles. Then they'll start to zone the city. They're just seeing what they can get away with. But you can see some of the original part of Fargate. That was an exclusive tailor's just there. You've got Chapel Walk down there. And just down here you've got somewhere called Black Swan Walk, and that was named after a pub called the Black Swan that used to be around here. But this area used to be streaming with people. This top end, there was like an underpass to get from one end of High Street to the other when traffic could pass up and down here. You've got the super tram across there. But the biggest bit of cultural vandalism by Sheffield City Council was, this used to be Coles Corner. Now Coles moved out in about 1963 and built a new store in Barker's Pool. I'll just come around and give you a better angle on it. So Coles moved out about 63, 64, built a new store in Barker's Pool, sold this for £1 million. Now it was a beautiful Victorian building, chisel shape, and it used to blend in with both High Street and Fargate. And like I say, I don't know how Sheffield City Council got away with knocking it down at that particular time, because it looked a fantastic building. Want to modernise it, I'm guessing, but I'm sure they could have done something. But like I say, this area was very little bombed by the Germans, and I think the destruction's been by Sheffield City Council. So this is just a quick video to show you the area prior to grey to green. But like I said, it all sounds really good, but I'm not in agreement with urbanisation of the city centre. I believe the city centre belongs to the shops, offices, commercial, entertainment, light industry on the edges. It's not going to be Milan as far as I'm concerned. I don't agree with that, and at the moment it's Friday, it's not very full, and when you're walking around Sheffield midweek, Monday to Friday, it just feels like a university campus now. I think there's still a future for Sheffield City Centre for us, but we have to stop these 15-minute smart cities and urbanisation of our city centres. There wouldn't be a problem with a clean air zone in Sheffield City Centre if the council hadn't decided to start allowing them building flats all over the city centre. Prior to 2000 there was only about 10,000 people living in the city centre, but even now the actual air quality in the city centre for people living is far cleaner than the city suburbs. So the inner ring road clean air zone is nothing more than a tax grab on us, because basically if you pay the charge, which is £10 and £50, you're allowed to drive your polluting vehicle. But like I said, I believe that the actual air quality in the city centre is cleaner in the suburbs. But if they get the way with urbanising the city centre into a 15-minute city, they'll then zone the rest of the Sheffield. So we have to stop this. So that's just a quick video prior to the grey to green on Fargate, and you can make your mind up on it.